Hey everybody, thanks for coming back again. This is another video on my FPV series that I wanted to do. A longer autonomous flight for the APM. This is how it came out. Just launched the aircraft by hand, disengaged the auto launch sequence from the Autonomous, and shortly, that's it now, just engage the autopilot. So from this point on, I'm a passenger, and I'm just going to enjoy the jog out here this morning. It's not the best of mornings really. As you can see, it's quite hazy. It was misty, in fact. It was a really a really groggy morning, not very pleasant at all. And I wasn't even sure if I was going to come out here today. There was really thick fog and mist early on. In fact, when I drove up, visibility was maybe 20-30 feet. So I played around with a little multicopter I had for a while, and around about 8:45 the sun started to poke its head through and it started clearing. So we just decided to move forward and do the auto flight. I designed the mission in Mission Planner one evening, sitting here comfortably, saved the mission, and then just transferred it wirelessly into the APM 2.8 or 2.6, I can't remember which. I think it's a 2.6 in the Skywalker. Anyway, transferred the mission wirelessly into the flight controller, and this is what it's carrying out right now. I shot down the coast, you can see it just, visibility is not good. I was amazed at how low the cloud was this morning. After the fog lifted, the clouds were very low. Autopilot's climbing to achieve the altitude of the waypoints that I'd set. And it'll aim the aircraft for that three-dimensional position in space that I told it to get to. And once it's there, it'll just maintain a nice cruising speed. The pilot just throttle back there, you can hear it. So obviously it's reached the altitude it wanted to get to, or the altitude that I had set in that particular waypoint in the sequence in the mission. The mission itself's it's like a big figure of 8 really. I can't actually remember what the total distance of the flight was. We just now hit waypoint 2, just flashed up on the screen there. As I say, I can't really remember what the total length of the mission was, but the stats come up at the end of the flight when I landed. and you'll see the total length of the mission. It's just nice to test these things out, see how they work. And auto missions work very well on an APM. Well, this is my longest auto mission to date. You can just see the OSD overlay bobbing in and out at various times during a flight. It's more on and off. I just lost a video feed there. I think I've got a bad connection on the pan and tilt unit. I think one of the wires must be making an intermittent connection. I'd noticed a couple of times during the flight when I pan tight down over, the video feed goes black, so that's something I need to check into and have a look at. There you can see the mist and the fog better down the coastline there, and this shot is panned out to the right. There you go, just coming up on 4 kilometres out now from launch. Seems to be holding it out at 44, 43, 44 kilometres an hour kind of speed, and it's doing that totally autonomously. Autopilot's just controlling everything. I'm doing nothing at all. I'm just sitting back in the chair with the goggles on and panning the camera left, right, up and down as I feel like it. Another waypoint gone. Now heading to the next one. You see what happens in the top left hand corner? It shows you, as I say that, of course the USD's just got and slid off the screen. Typical. And towards the sun. Recording cameras, the Firefly or Hawkeye Q6. It's currently recording 1080p at 60 frames a second. This little camera will do 4K actually, but it's not a real 4K, and it's only, I believe, 24 frames a second, so I prefer to use full HD at 60 frames. I like the smoothness of the 60 frames a second. There's a pretty low cloud there. Nearly the beach. The autopilot will make a left turn shortly. Oh, there's the USD back. As I say, if you watch the top left hand corner, you'll see the countdown to waypoint 4, and when the aircraft reaches waypoint 4, that will change to waypoint 5. Then show you the distance to waypoint 5. There you go. Now it'll tell you how far it is to waypoint 5, and it'll count that down until it hits that 3D position. And then switch to the next one, and so on and so on. That's how it works. Waypoints are very simplistic in that makeup. I mean, just a 3-dimensional position, i.e. altitude, latitude and longitude, but my goodness, they certainly work very well in the software. Autopilot's just know where you want them to be and how high you want them to be, and they aim for that ball or sphere or square or whatever you want to call it in the air, and once they get there, they've satisfied your requirement and they head off for the next one. So there you go, waypoint 5 has been reached, and it's turned back inland. Still totally autonomous, no input from me whatsoever. some of that low cloud now. Autopilot still has the aircraft, of course, so I'm just sitting watching on my headset monitor, hoping I'm going to come out the other side. Of course, I've got the telemetry showing me that everything's good, even in cloud, it's excellent. It really is very good. It's fantastic to have that amount of information fed back to you and available to you. So as we come out the cloud, waypoint 6 is achieved. Heading off towards 7 there now. Now we're kind of crossing our outward bound path. As I said before, it's a big figure of 8, this autonomous flight. We flew out and kind of crossing over the point. We came out now and heading back on a different arc. Must do sliding back in. Actually, it would have been a really nice morning for flying if it hadn't been misty, because it was very calm. That's why I chose the day. I'd watched the weather and saw that it was going to be calm this morning. And when I looked out at home and I looked out the window, my God, I thought, no way, it's going to allow me to do anything today. But my wife had been watching the weather and she assured me that the fog was going to lift, so I took her on her word and jumped in the car and off I went. And sure enough, I waited around a little while, but sure enough it lifted and allowed the flight to take place, which I was pleased about because it was what I wanted to achieve this day. So I reckon the time is probably round about 9ish in the morning, maybe a little bit after. See only 2 more cars on the road there this morning. Probably people heading off to work, I suspect. Actually, you can get an idea as to how heavy the mist or the fog was this morning, because in the video prior to this one, what I was doing while it was foggy out, I was flying a quadcopter that a friend had given me, and then I went on and did some line of sight, kind of touch and go landings at the field, because I really just need to familiarise myself with it. And the visibility just wasn't good at all. And at one point I got very close to a tree. In fact, I was closer to a tree than I thought I was when I played the video back, and you can see that actually in the previous video to this one. It's I think it had been 6 inches lower, this flight wouldn't have taken place. I would have lost the aircraft. There's no doubt about it. So I don't think I'll fly in fog like that again. Oh, so waypoint 9 just banged up there. If I remember rightly, I just placed these waypoints just along the side of the road here. To come back along that way. I tend to try and fly close to the roads when I'm doing longer range stuff because you never know. Things can happen, things can fail. You really never know this thing could go down. So at least if you're close to a road somewhere, you can sort of hop in the car and head off and try and find your equipment or your pride and joy and get it back. I think we actually might be starting to descend a little now. Obviously what I did, the way I built the mission, I built the altitude up gradually from launch, first waypoint, and then up a little bit more, and up a little bit more. And did the same thing on the way back, just gradually, over the last 4 or 5 waypoints, decrease the altitude. And you can hear it, see it coming down now, you actually see it in the USD as well. You can see the nose down on the angle indicator. The airspeed will pick up slightly and the altitude will drop, of course. So we're doing good. 1.2 clicks out now. Is it more? Yeah. Heading back. And the approach I'll make will be off to the right of the field. And then a left turn. And an FPV landing again. I've been also not only practicing line of sight landings but practicing FPV landings because, as I said, it can be a bit tricky with a damn tree and a hedge we've got at the bottom of the field. Again, losing altitude, you can hear the motor throttle. That's the autopilot still doing everything. Throttling the motor back because it knows it's descending, it's losing altitude, gaining speed, and it just controls everything. Really clever. Very, very good technology. And shortly I'll disengage the autopilot and take manual control. Strips of the field there down the left hand corner. That's it now, autopilot's been disengaged. And I'm now back in the stabilize mode. Me flying the plane. So I kind of figured out where my points are for landing now. There's a hedge brake that I know I can pick that out. I look like a bird pretty close there. Yeah, the video just disappeared again. I really need to check that wiring. This hedge brake up above, right in front of me now, I pretty much know that if I left turn over there and it's going to put me on a heading straight towards the strip. So here's a turn coming. Throttle back, see the strip up ahead. Losing altitude, trying to come in at a nice angle. Nice speed, so I can just put her down on the strip. All the time, watching out for the damn tree and the hedge. So it's pretty good. So there we go. Back safely. Stats up on the screen. Total flying time 90 minutes 42, 14.8 kilometers. Farthest from home 6.02. Thanks for watching. Catch you later. Call back again. Cheers now.